Hello, I am Yed4455 and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as Nationalist Spain. Right, last episode we finished beating up on the Allies. The Comintern capitulated a long time ago. The only major power left standing are these United States. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be gunning after them next. So I need to figure out who I'm actually going to use. So I could use this guy. Right. So here's what I want. Because I have a lot of stuff I need to do, and I have no idea how I'm going to make this happen. So, I want a line with all of my piddly little guys. There. Yeah. Alright, so all my little guys are going to be there. They're solely going to be used for defensive purposes. And then I'm going to take these big guys. Your line. Ooh, it's probably going to be here. Yeah. All right there. And then you're going to have a battle plan. Connect those two cities. Alright, my 14. Alright, my 14, you're going to have a battle plan here. No, cancel that. I meant to say you're going to have a battle plan of just there. And you guys are going to have a battle plan of just here. Okay, so we're going to get everybody in place. Everybody in place, everybody moving toward their spots. Alright, games are concluded, that's fine. Right. Alright, so these guys in the north are there solely for defense. They're going to stand on this line. They're going to hold that line. Venezuela joined the Axis. That's good to know. Doesn't affect me one bit whether they join or not. Alright, now here's the important thing. I need to work on infrastructure here, because I'm going to have a lot of units here. So all of these countries need their infrastructure at 100%. And I do mean all of them. Now, I don't have to do this northern part. I should probably do this part also. And we're going to do that one solely because I am going to throw some troops on Alaska as well, as soon as I find some. Right. And actually I do have some I can use. Okay. I actually have a lot of factories, so they're all being made. Okay. And then I also need to ensure that all my naval bases are also at 100%, because that is how I'm going to get supply in, and I'm going to need a lot of it. And it's almost to the point where I'm thinking I need to make a lot more naval bases. That being said, I think 3 is fine for now. Get these up there as well. And get them working on that. Alright, so everything looks good there. Okay, construction 5. Excellent. So everything's going to go quicker now. Alright, nukes are in 200 days. Ooh, what do I want? I guess oil plant. I mean, sure, why not? Alright, now let's get all our troops over there. And then I'm going to have to move my navy over. My navy and possibly my air forces. Alright, main fleets, you no longer are going to be doing that. And you're kind of a small fleet. And really, all I want to do with you is just block them off. so that they cannot bring any troops anywhere else. So that's really all I want to do with them. All right, and then I did say I had troops somewhere else. All right, you're protecting Gibraltar. You're going to be my home front just in case stuff goes sour. You guys, I am not using you. So I'm going to have you guys be my Alaskan defense. And I wouldn't even call it Alaska defense, just take Alaska. Something like that. I could give you a commander. I don't think I have anybody. I could give you one. Why not? Right. Right, now you... Where are you guys at? You guys are in the Raj. Let's halt you and get everybody down here. Actually, let's get them down there quick. There we are, because you guys, I think, are going to be my possible punching force. Like, if I need a city taken, you guys are it. Alright, speaking of which, I should probably check all these commanders. Right, you are a mountaineer. You have no traits at all, but you're about to get ranger. Alright, you have combat with and max entrenchment, so you're going to be pretty good. And you are an invader. You have no skills, really. And I do have all of these guys, which I could probably get rid of, get some manpower. Maybe I'll use them. It's hard to say what I'm going to do with them, though. Alright, I do have these guys. Alright, let's get them into their own group. And I'm going to place them over here. Okay, so now alright, they are officially the home front. Alright, we're going to change this front to be the American front. Front. Alright, so then all of these troops should be going to that America front. So, right, you're technically Asia. You can get up there. I don't know why you're taking that way to America, but whatever. As long as all these troops are moving. And I actually do not have enough convoys for all of this. Huh. Am I even producing convoys? Or should be. Not enough. Says the screen. Alright, the game's thinking about something. I don't really know what it's thinking about. There we go. Alright, yeah, I just need more convoys. I could produce... Ooh, wow. Right, I could produce more ships. Oh no, cancel that. Alright, what I want to do is I want to produce more submarines. Like so, since I have all of these naval dockyards. Right. Oops. I thought that is how I want it. Okay. And then you at the very bottom. So there's all my guns, and God, do I have a lot of factories. Planes are doing alright. But I could always use more planes. Heavy fighter 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and start producing some of those heavy fighters. There we are, okay. Then I need more destroyers. And that's pretty much it on the destroyers. Let's go a line of that. Main fleet. We'll do a line of the light cruisers. Main fleet, and then we'll do a line of the heavy cruiser. Right. Now the heavy cruiser is going to have some issues That'll be alright. Okay. All the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. There we are. And then finally, convoys, you can get close to the bottom because you are my least priority. But I think you're a little higher up than those guns. Alright, I have 100% of all of that. Right. Excellent. Everybody is moving over. All of my infrastructure is being built. Alright, how long is it going to actually take to fabricate on the United States? If I were to say I want... oh, I don't know. North Carolina. Alright, it's actually going to take a long time. So let's go ahead and start fabricating on them. I don't think America has any war declarations out. They might, though. They actually have a war goal against Germany. So they could declare war at any time. And that's a little bit of a scary thought. Right. An oil plant. Something to consider building. What else can I do? Let's go ahead and get some better excavation. So I need oil. Let's go ahead and do that. Manpower suffering a little bit. These should all be horse units. They are. Right. Everyone here has the horse. Alright, you're going to be in the home front. And I don't think I have any other units in training. I do not. And so these guys, let's move you guys to here. Because I really don't think I'm going to need you. Okay. I could move my navies closer. I really don't know how I want to play this. Okay, Navy. Main fleet. I think I am going to go ahead and move you guys closer. You're going to be in charge of Newfoundland, that sea, and that part. I could move you to the Caribbean. Actually, yeah, let's move you to the Caribbean. I want this very tight, very close on the United States. That being said, they do have this weird island. But I don't foresee much happening there. Alright, and then these subs. How many subs do I have now? I only have 13 submarines. Alright, you guys. You definitely have to get Cape Verde Plain. This one. I don't know. I need you at least get that. And let's just do this. Have a kind of like a couple. Yeah, that should work. Alright. How's everybody? People should be moving into position now. They are. Which is excellent. Alright, how's my supply looking? I am taxing it a little bit. So that tells me I need to build another naval base. Probably here. So I'll build 3 naval bases there just to ensure that I get all the supply that I could possibly need. And then I'll probably build a naval base up here. Probably 2 of them for that exact same reason. Just to ensure everybody gets their supply. So yeah, there's 53. Yeah, and this is looking good now. As long as my supply is good, America should have pretty good infrastructure, so I shouldn't have to worry too much there. I'm just worried about the sheer number of American troops. I mean, look at this. I mean, they have numbers for days. Okay, that being said, planes. Alright, I do have a lot of planes there. 400 fighters there. And 1,000 fighters here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to need some fighter superiority. Only 600 planes there. That's in New England, so that's not mine. I might need a few more air bases, come to think of it. Well, that's what this building is for. Okay. You can use another air base. You can use an air base. You can use one. I'm just going to have air bases everywhere. Level 10 air bases. In every single province that there could be out there. Right, everything still looks like it's being built. And I do have some military factories still being built. Okay. And those are all being repaired. So the air bases are not my top priority. My priority is just the infrastructure. There's 50 some more troops coming there. More troops going out. And you guys are finally making your way. And then I really do need 2 more units to kind of flush that out. Just to make this an even amount. Alright. How am I looking at supply? Everything's doing pretty good. I have some strategic bombers, which I'm definitely going to be using. Alright, and then I do have a lot of fighters here. That will be moving over at some point. Yeah, but German Reich is using a lot of my air bases. With that being said, yeah, let's move the 100 fighters from Brittany over. Then I have 400 fighters from here. That's good. And I have 1,000 from there, and that's a little too much. Alright, so I'll at least bring a few of my fighters over. We'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit. This is really just getting my troops in place. Oh, dear God. They have a lot of troops here. Now, like I said, this is just to keep these troops there. And that's exactly what they are doing. And they have a lot. Their manpower law is only on limited conscription. Ouch. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to start nuking these guys. We're going to have to nuke them like crazy. So how much longer on those nukes? 178 days. And then I can start figuring out the nukes, start bombing their cities. Holy crap. Alright, and that's what your job is for. Your job is to flank around. Your job is to just hold out. So you're going to need some forts. With that amount of troops, let's fortify you up. There's a lot of crap over here. Alright, that being said, I do want to give you some semblance of a battle plan. And your plan is to divide the country like that. I don't really care how you do it. Yeah, that looks fine. I mean, California is going to be a little bit of a problem. But that works for me. I mean, because I could always micro you out in California if you're able to get a good push. I know you guys are not my best units, but you're pretty formidable. So I think you'll work. And these guys are my good units. And I do have reserves, and I probably should consider recruiting a few more, but I know I'm going to lose a lot, and I'm only on limited conscription as well. Alright, I don't think there's anything I can go for here. Indeed, there is not. So I'll just bank that political power. Is there anything else that can conceivably help me? Air excellence. Let's go ahead and get ground support. Alright, infantry anti-tank. That's going to be huge. And then we'll get anti-tank 2. More piercing, more heart attack. Because they have a lot of tanks over there. More than I'd like them to have. But we're just going to have to deal with it. Alright, what else can I do? Let's try to build a couple battleships with this fleet. Alright, then we got to change our production of these cruisers over. Were they light cruisers? Yes. Excellent. Light cruiser 4 there, light cruiser 4 here. Get a little bit better ships. Alright, we're producing a lot there. How many subs am I actually making? Right, got the 1 line there, 2 lines. Right, let's go ahead and do that because I need more subs. And then I do need more naval bases. So, who can build me naval bases? And I mean a lot of naval bases. That's pretty much full. That can build a couple. That not so much. Alright, this place can. And this place can. Alright, that's good for now. Alright, hopefully, yes, Germany is sending troops over. And that's what I was hoping for. And that's part of the reason I started building all this infrastructure. Is because I figured I would have to take a lot of supply up in Canada. And luckily, so far I'm able to keep up with supply. All my supply demands are met. I could get supply through there. Alright, that being said, let me just double check that every single province is gonna get their supply in. So all of that is important. I cannot let any of my troops or any of my allied troops get out of supply. Alright. And they're still using their planes. Naval bases are being built. Forts are being constructed. Infrastructure is being constructed. Alright, everything is being constructed that I need to be constructed. So that's a positive. And then everything else is going to take more time. So let's go ahead and unpause that. Alright, and luckily Germany is coming over. Mexico is probably not going to join our side, but they could. I am boosting them quite a bit. So Mexico might jump ship and join our side. And if I can get a third front on them, that is going to be huge. And then my goal with my navy is to just try to sink any convoy that they might try to bring across. And I gotta populate that with as many ships as possible. So right now, this is not cutting it. Like, all America's fleet has to do is just come out and my ships are sunk. I mean, let's just take a look at what they have. They have 400 to 450 units. They have... Please tell me that's not... Yeah, that's ships. That's 313 to 347. And they have a possibility of at least 13,000 fighters. Alright, 16,000 now, as I'm starting to get more intelligence on them. So, they have a lot of stuff here. and I have to try to take it from them as much as possible. Alright, that being said, you guys need to start exercising. You are all green. I need you to have good fighting strength. I need you to get ready. I need you to exercise. Alright, and then as soon as that war goal is set, we'll stop your exercising no matter where you're at, and then the rest of it will probably end up being on-the-job training. And this is going to be tough. Alright, my last units are falling into place. I do have some reserve troops over here. And these guys are going to keep on that. I don't care about Africa. If they go into Africa, my other allies can take care of that. Wow, I do have a lot. And Germany, you need to bring all these troops over. And I mean all of them. Unless you're going after Sweden. If you go after Sweden, then by all means, keep those troops over there. Alright, let's 5 times speed this. Alright. Japan has war goals against them. That is fine. When is mine gonna finish? October 16th, so 2 months. 2 months we go to war with Germany. So that gives me 2 months to prepare. 2 months to think of all the things I could possibly need. And that being said, I need more planes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a better variant. I don't need range. Range is not going to be a factor. So let's go with that. Let's go the Mark II fighter. And start producing that Mark II. I'm producing that bad boy in spades. Because if I want to have any hope of wresting control of the air away from America, I'm going to need to do it with more fighters. Alright. Artillery is fine. Infantry equipment fine. Support equipment I'm finally building. I have all the motorized I could possibly need. I don't see me having any strategic bombers being made anymore. So that being said, let's go ahead and do that. I don't think I need any more naval bombers. Strat bombers would be nice to start hitting at their industry. Let's go ahead and do that. I need a lot more oil, though. I don't really know who has it either. Alright, let's just get all you guys working. Let me figure out the oil. Because who has it? Venezuela has oil. You actually have enough oil. Let me take a lot of it. That should be all the oil I could possibly need. And then what I'm going to do... start plopping down these oil refineries here. Alright, Strat Bomber 3. I'm going to upgrade that in a minute. Alright, France, you are going to be big on this. Alright, and then nuclear factories. I think I already have a lot of nuke factories already out there. So I'm going to build more. So yeah, I do have a lot of nuke factories out there, but I could always use more nukes. If we are going to nuke America into submission, I need more nukes. Alright, now it is definitely time to consider going down the rocket phase so I can get some jet fighters. So let's go ahead and start heading down that path. Alright, and then I did have to change this guy to Bomber 3. There we are. And then I'm missing some aluminum. Who wants to give me aluminum? Germany. Excellent. They have a lot of aluminum. Alright, everything is looking good. They're not really putting borders around stupid countries, even though they kind of are. Wow, look at Siam. Please tell me you're on my side, Siam. You are on no one's side. You are on your own side. Alright, these guys. Let me get you here. Alright, if I could get you guys over there, I might be able to use you to punch down this west coast. And that's almost what I'm thinking to do with them. Punch down California, because there's a lot of population, a lot of factories in California. And the first thing I see, I'm going to go straight to Bangor and try to cut off all these troops. That's going to be one of the first things I do. So yeah, there are a lot of troops out here. Alright, that being said, you are all starting to get trained up. You only got a few more troops that are really green. A few veterans. Yeah, as long as no one is really green, I think we'll be alright. I mean, a couple here and there is fine. Alright, when exactly is this war goal kicking off? So I'm wondering if Japan's going to declare war first. Alright, so at 1st of October, I stopped the training. Allow them the 2 weeks to get their get everything back, and then we declare war. And I should give an order to you guys. And right now, your order is to just take Michigan. If we can get Detroit and the rest of Michigan from them, that will potentially allow me to open up another front. Well, not really potentially. It will allow me to get another front and possibly cut all of these troops off from the rest. Because I don't think there's... Once I break their line, there's going to be nothing in the middle of the state. Once I start getting some surrounds on them, there's going to be nothing there. That being said, I do see this line here getting pushed back, but they're only there to keep troops here, because look at all these troops America has to put over here just to kind of keep me honest. You know, they have to put that many troops over there. Alright, how are my navies doing? Have they grown any? Alright, you're up to 30 subs, so you're starting to actually be able to do something. And you have 20 destroyers, 5 light cruisers, 3 heavy cruisers. It could be a lot better, but I think that'll be fine for now. Okay. You guys are finally moving into place. And there's only 8 of you, but that should be fine. I don't really expect... So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to execute that plan. And then I always can stage a coup. So I'm going to get this coup ready so that if it's taking longer than I think... let's not do that. I mean, because the best place I'd be able to do would probably be Texas. And then that's going to basically allow me to not get the country. And I don't want to give up the country. I want all of the United States. All of it. Alright, there's forts being built there. Can I add any more planes anywhere? Oh yeah, I made my airports low priority, which rightfully so. Yeah, I think all that would be low, because they'll fix all the stuff that's broken, that was broken from the war. They'll get all that stuff fixed. Yeah, this will work. Alright, this could be costly. I worked on supply. Germany has some troops here and there. I wish Germany would bring more troops, because it looks like they're just trying to fortify this. I don't need them to fortify. I need you to help me attack. Maybe once they go to war, they'll start bringing troops over in waves. I mean, to be fair, it is only my land in Canada. So I could see their point of not bringing a lot, but hopefully once we go to war, they'll bring a lot more. And all their troops are unfortunately fully supplied because they have not done anything in war yet. I will be counting on hopefully Mexico to join us, because right now they're unaligned, but popularity is 49%. So if they join the fascist, that will open up another front that America has to keep in mind. And then I think we're going to just drive through them. At least that will be the goal. Alright, you guys, you can stop exercising. Get your organization back, because this war is about to kick off. And I got my good commander here. I have a decent commander to defend that line. I have a alright commander there. Crappy commander there, but he'll be fine. You got the home front. You got extra forces. And you guys are making your way over. Alright, no matter what, I need these guys over here before the war starts. If they're not there, I'm going to have to delay. Because these are really good troops. Really experienced. Alright, is there anything else I could potentially add to this unit? You are maxed out. Anything I could add to the trucks? You are maxed out. I don't really have anything else anywhere. Mountaineer, meh. Armored division, I don't even create tanks. So I would not even know how to use them. Alright, 8 days we go to war. And it will be glorious or it will be bloody. And I'm thinking bloody. Alright, they are moving troops around, so they're getting scared of something. They might have moved a lot of troops down to Mexico. I mean, I cannot see that border now, but they might be getting scared of Mexico. And if that's the case, I am all for that. Yeah, because who knows where they move stuff. But anything I can gain early in the war is going to be huge. Like, if I can get all of this done. And see, what did your battle plan look like? Yeah, that should be fine. And then I'll just make these guys push across here if possible. And these guys are going to push down, trying to get any surrounds possible. Because if I could get to this city, I will cut off a lot of troops from supply. So anything like that I can do, I'm going to have to. Alright, there is our justification. Alright, so I do have to wait for these units, because I am afraid they're going to be caught out. If I don't wait for them, they're going to be cut out. So how long do I have to wait? Alright, I have till December to use this, and they're going to be in place by then. Where are they? There they are. Alright, they're moving pretty quick. How long will it take you to get to your spot? Hard to say. Well, it's not telling me. Alright, but they're almost there. So probably by the end of the month, maybe early November, they'll be ready to go. As long as they are ready to go, they'll be all set. Alright, you guys gotta hurry up though. Alright, more excavation. That'll give me more resources. So we'll just keep going down that route, because if I can get more resources, the more resources, the better, really. Because yeah, as you can see, I can start trading back some of this oil. There we are. I don't need... So yeah, I don't need this aluminium anymore. And I don't think I'm trading... I am trading for tungsten, but I don't need it. Alright, and you guys are so close, I could probably declare war and it'll be fine. Right. Okay, you guys... As soon as that war kicks off, you guys got to go as well. Alright. Slow down time. It is the day before Halloween, which is always the best day because, oddly enough, if you follow the Fallout franchise, this is when the Great War happened. Not this exact date, you know, the year, obviously. Alright. And I do believe I'm going to call in all of my allies. Yes, you can join my war. I want you to join my war. Japan has called them the New Mongolian. Oh, they're puppets of Japan. Ah, I see. Italy, you can join too. Yeah, everybody get in here. Everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, and yes, they have opened by attacking me in a few places. That is to be... I was expecting that. United States join the Allies. Well, there's no allies to speak of. As much as I want them, you need to bring them over here. Alright, Florida coast. New Zealand has joined. Interesting. Alright, well, that worked nicely. Like, I'm gonna cut off troops already. Like, this original attack plan I had is working. Of how I was gonna cut off them. So that's really nice. Okay, you guys, if they're gonna leave one division in Buffalo, how about we just move over and take it? Alright. As much as 88 divisions, you guys just bring them over. I was expecting to lose one. That's fine. Let's get you guys on that line. Like I said, you're going to be my punching power. Okay, if they're going to do something stupid like that, how about we just counter them? Alright, you're moving into Buffalo. Alright, I don't want you guys attacking there. I want you getting into Bangor, because then I can cut all these troops off. And Truck, I need you in Bangor as well. I need you in there. How you doing, Furry? Yeah, I'm reffing soccer later tonight, so I had to do the game early today. Because I think my game starts at 8 o'clock, which is, you know, normal stream time. Alright, you guys are marching. Excellent. Let's march you guys to there. I'm almost curious to just tell these guys to go. You know what? Screw it. Go. Oh my god, they're winning. Well, alrighty then. You can keep that. Yes, Venezuela, you can join my war. Man, this is going better than I would have thought. Alright, those troops have been surrounded and destroyed. Alright, now I'm starting to meet some heavy resistance. Which that is to be expected. Alright, can we move in there? You guys too, can we move? And how's my air superiority? Has Germany taken care of that for me? They have not. And in fact, I am probably never going to get it there. I could get air superiority over the Midwest. The West Coast, I could probably get it over there as well. And you guys should be marching, and you guys don't have orders. Which I wasn't expecting you guys to actually take Buffalo, but the fact that you did, you guys can stay there. Alright, we are pushing down this coast, though, rather easily. Alright, you're going to get reinforcements. Like, we already took Maine. And this is what I was worried about. Was me getting caught out with their fleet. And I lost 16 destroyers, but they took a lot of damage to their fleet. And that is the one thing I was worried about, is my fleet getting caught out. But that's fine. Because that's going to happen. I figured they were trying to do an amphibious assault somewhere. And that is exactly why I wanted my submarines out there, because look at all of that death and destruction that is going to be raining down on the Americans. Oh, that is such a beautiful thing. Some more anti-tank guns that will make my infantry better. And I hope that is a huge, huge army. I mean, that is just a thing of beauty. 103 transports. So that is either trade transports or that's troops that they just lost for no good reason. And in fact, I don't think it was... It might have been troops. It could have been. 216 lost. It's possible. Mexico wanted to send me troops, so that tells me they might be on my side. But that was huge. This not so much, because I think I just lost my entire navy. Which is never good, but I mean, they did lose some heavy cruisers. I mean, they did lose some ships. We probably did a one-for-one trade, which, you know, not ideal. It was not the worst thing to happen. Alright, are you guys actually moving? No. Why are you guys not moving? Are you not assigned to that? Okay, you are moving. Well, you guys keep doing that. Alright, that's working. This plan is stalling out, which is unfortunate. And this is actually going pretty well, this push. I never would have thought that this push would have been doing so well. I mean, I got some big ships sunk there, so I'm okay with that trade-off. And I say that mostly because I have to be. Alright, I did get another airport that I can throw a lot of fighters in. But I mean, they just have way too many fighters. I mean, look at that. They have 2,000 fighters. There's no way I'm going to be able to take that. So I'm just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. I think they do not have air superiority over Canada. They do have bombers over the central. Support planes and fighters. Now I could... How many extra fighters do I have? Ooh, I do have a lot. So that tells me... Where was that airport I took? That tells me I'm going to throw 2,000 fighters in here. And I'm just going to tell them to have fun. Where are my fighters? Okay, I need you to pause. There we go. Alright, shift click for 100. I'm going to throw all 2,000 in here. Alright, one wing of 1,000, and then I'm going to have another wing of another 1,000. Excellent. Alright. So there's that. And then you're going to stay on the East Coast and just have fun. Excellent. Alright, so it becomes important that I protect that airport, but I think we are doing fine. Alright, that being said, my navy is getting away. And I have more ships than I thought I'd have. So I'm actually very okay with that. Alright. So I just need to get my 1,000 fighters. If you guys get below 25%, stop fighting. Because it's just trying to get air superiority. I do not expect to get it, but if you can, then do it. Let's go ahead and get jet engines. Yes, I know you're on low strength. That is fine. My subs will take up the slack. And hopefully prevent some other amphibious invasions. But I think America's bringing all their troops home now because I am pushing in kind of hard on them. Alright, this is probably not going to work. So I think I'm going to stop your attack. Yeah, we'll let them attack me. This could go better over here. Alright, E-23. Alright, that being said, we did get to Seattle. So the fact that this is pushing at all, because this line is made up of just 10 wide troops, not expecting too much from them, and they're actually really pushing this front. That's pretty big. And I'm starting to push into Boston. I think I'm getting close. Yeah, I'm starting to push into Boston. And how's that air going? It's kind of touchy. Alright, that being said, I do have more planes. You're all in Eastern Canada. Why are you in Eastern Canada? Did I lose something? Ah, I did lose them. Okay. They did push me back in a couple places. And that's fine. I do have another capacity for a couple thousand planes over here, but as soon as I get this one back, they're moving back in. Which they are attacking them right now. Excellent. Right, there we go. Now let's hold this airport. Alright, it is still at 2,000. That's good. So you rebase there. You rebase there. Once you guys are rebased, I could throw some more fighters in here, but I think I'm going to hold off on that because I really don't know how many more I have. Oh, I have a few thousand. Okay. Let me go ahead and throw another 1,000 in here. That being said, I do not have... Yeah, no, let's cancel that. I don't have 1,000 fighter 3s. It's like different fighters. Alright, ready to go. Are you guys attacking that? It says yes, but I don't see a battle thing on there. Alright, we are taking Wisconsin, and we're starting to push on Chicago now. We're at least getting to Milwaukee. Alright, let's try to push something. I don't really have a battle line for you, because I don't really care that much. But anything you can push, let's do it. Alright, I do have a lot of fighters. So yeah, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Army guys will keep pushing south. And then once we link these two lines, they're going to go back here. Alright, we took Boston and we're starting to push toward Providence and then New York. And America, I think, have lost a lot of troops. Yeah, they've almost lost 500,000. I've only lost a couple 100,000. German Reich is still not in this war. Germany, why have you not joined this war? Excellent, excellent. We broke through to Detroit. That is what I like to see. So we are getting more fronts. Ooh, I was just cut off there. Alright, Turkey is in. Latvia is in. Poland. Nationalist Spain. Alright. And German Reich is in. Greater Finland, Greece, Romania. Alright, everyone's in. Well, I do have supply. I'm probably going to lose that point. Let's try to get some reinforcement in there. Because they really wanted... They really pushed back here. Just a little concerning. Let's give them some help. Alright, we are just pushing down this coast. Despite America's massive, massive force, we are pushing pretty well. And I have no idea on the exact number of troops. And they're just virtually unable to break Buffalo. That being said, let me take half of you. Let me try to move out here. So I might try to artificially mine these lines. Because they are close. Ooh, and I think I might be starting to maybe start battling for some air supremacy. Because airplanes are being destroyed at an increasing rate. Excellent. We are pushing closer and closer to New York, to Washington. Alright, you trucks. Let's do a little flanking maneuver here. And they are trying to push me back there, but it is going to fail. Alright, I think one of you guys can take that. And then that being said, let's start cleaning up your lines. Because I don't think you have to protect the lakes. But that's so weird that of all the places, like the lakes, they protect. Ooh, 91 more. Go submarines. And we are starting the push on New York. This line is almost secure. Take half of you, try to push that line, combine them. As we shoot down an American bomber. Yeah, this is going well. We are pushing down here. We are pushing here. Made little gains here, but like I said, this line I wasn't expecting too much. And the fact that they pushed at all. And this line is working. Okay. But I want one of you guys to do something like that. And you... something like that. You might get cut off. But I'm going to take these troops and attack them. Keep them held there. And all that's working. Alright, but alright guys, I think this is actually going to be an excellent place to put in a pause. The invasion of America is going better than I could have possibly imagined. I thought I would have a hell of a time getting through anything, and much less making it to New York. I mean, that's encouraging that I just made it to New York today. So yeah, I think tomorrow we're going to finish off America, and then I think this is going to be the end of the campaign. So tomorrow, America falls, and then Nationalist Spain campaign, I think we're going to put a pin in it and start the next campaign. So if you like what you watch, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, don't forget to check me out on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all the latest news. And also head on over to Patreon and support all of my crazy projects over there. So I am Yed4455. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.